Hello and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode, 214, I think. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the one and only Too Fresh Crash. I've gave you a few weeks off, but how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Other people are calling you it, so I'm bringing it back again. You know.
You can't bring it back if it's been around.
I mean, I invented it, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Don't forget,
sure.
What do you mean, sure? What, you're telling me you was in the hard schools of the Bronx out there in New York?
Wait.
Grow it. Let me finish my story. Story time, be quiet. And then you're like, okay.
No, wait.
Let me finish my story.
Okay, go.
The story, like, Chris out there, he's like, yo, what up, man? He's in school. He's chilling. In a little rap battle with someone from New York. Jay-Z. And I'm like, oh, okay. Damn, this guy's sick. It's like, oh, bro, what's your name? They're like, yo, they call me Too Fresh Crash. And then he's like, and then Crash lays bars.
Wait, I went from rapping to okay.
I was a bystander beatboxing for you to lay bars for Jay-Z. But you don't, obviously you don't call him Jay-Z, you call him Hove, obviously, because why would you do that? Come on.
Yeah.
But how you doing?
I actually call him Sean. Me and him are really
close. You're that close. Damn. First name basis on that. So he he calls you actually like your full name, like Kreshnik. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to pronounce your last name. It's not worth it. How are you?
I'm doing good.
We're both running off a little sleep.
Yes.
I would have liked to have done this straight after the Game Awards. For those who don't know and didn't read the title of the episode, this is our Game Awards special episode. So we won't be touching on anything that happened during State of Play. We won't be talking about Resident Evil 3. I know, rip. But go check out my reaction video. There you go. Perfect. We'll do that on Tuesday's episode. So I'm going to keep this episode strictly to Game Awards. If you don't know what My Xbox and Me is, it's our weekly Xbox podcast here on youtube.com/mcfixer where you might be watching it. It will be moving in the new year. I know people are probably sick of it, but it will be moving back to the My Xbox and Me channel. Full transparency for people who don't know. We are currently working on a My Xbox and Me website that is currently getting made. I'm hoping that's going to be ready by the end of the year. I don't know. Still touch and go, so we'll find that. We've got a number of people that want to be involved, which I'm very happy with, from podcasters to writers to people who want to make video pieces to reviewers. So My Xbox and Me, the idea is it's going to become its own official outlet, and hopefully you'll get some episodes without me on. I know I'm the crux of the show, and I have been for like 214 episodes now. Like, I've not missed one, but I think it would be cool to like elevate other people and get some other hosts in here and stuff like that. Like I'm just trying to let other people have a place to talk about Xbox and stuff like that. So yeah, if you do want to get the show early, head over to patreon.com/mcfixer. Support us anywhere. Go subscribe to our Twitch channels, twitch.tv/mcfixer or twitch.tv/kreshnik. And to be honest with you, that's enough chit chat. We're not going to do what's in our box this week. If you're a new listener, we usually do like a structured show. That isn't what this is. So we're just going to go topic of the show, which is on a top level, Crash, Game Awards. Game Awards happened last night.
Yes.
What did you think? On a top level, not nitty gritty and anything like that, just on a top level, what did you think? I liked it
overall. I thought it was good.
Okay.
I thought there were a few announcements that I didn't see coming.
Yeah, okay.
And there was some stuff that was like, okay, yeah, obviously that's going to be here and whatnot.
So I watched it this morning because I couldn't watch it last night because unfortunately it wasn't even my mum's internet. It was my laptop. It kept doing the encoder problem. You know, like my old laptop used to do, where it overheats. That's what was happening. So not sure if there was drivers need to be updated or something. Something was out of whack. So that's what happens when you use Haley's laptop that she uses like once every 10 years and like you pull it out. She's like, it's a gaming laptop. It's a good laptop, but like you pull it out and she's like, I don't know. It might work. Might not. I don't know. I'm like, oh, great. So yeah, I didn't get to watch it live. I watched it this morning. Didn't get anything spoiled for me, thankfully. Didn't even look at chat this morning or anything like that. I liked it. I didn't think it was bad. I thought the show was backwards. I thought the entire show should have been flipped upside down, and the thing they ended with should have been the thing they started with, and the thing they started with should have been the thing they ended with. And I thought pacing, it was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was very front heavy, and the backside was
Yes.
kind of like it was
That's-
very. The backside had a lot of ads that the front didn't have, and it was the same ads over and over after like the halfway mark. It felt like,
Yeah.
and that might not have been the case. It might have been just like fatigue because it was a pretty long show.
It was a long show. I think it was about 3 hours, 2 hours 45, something along those lines. Number one, I need to say I love the Game Awards. The Game Awards as a show is a fantastic show. Jeff Keighley's been doing it for 5 years now. Does a fantastic job of mixing entertainment with a legitimate award show. I thought everybody did a great job with their speeches this year. They wasn't long. I didn't feel cringe moments at all throughout the show, in my opinion. For me. And
No. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I agree. I don't think there was any like.
there was no
cringy
moment I was
moments.
like, get off the stage, and I could have skipped. I watched it not live, so I could have skipped a lot of that. And I was like, no, I want to watch these people get their awards and have their say. The only speech I would have said went a little bit long would have been the Donald Mustard one for Fortnite. I thought that was a little bit long, but they clearly paid for a lot of ad space as well, so it kind of makes sense. Obviously we're an Xbox podcast, so we're dancing around the big one, which is obviously we got to see the new Xbox and stuff. We will go through everything that happened. And my thought process for that was that Xbox made them put it at the front and not at the end. Because that's a great thing to end with, but you've got more people going to be watching the Game Awards at the start of it than you are at the end of it.
Absolutely.
So that's my thing, where it's a case of we're gonna give you this. This is big. We're gonna give you this, but we want obviously analytics. Is that the right analytics? Analytics of where you see your most viewership. Jeff must have been like, most people start and then they tailor off towards the middle because it's a long show. And Xbox like, cool, we want to be. I think it was the first thing shown, wasn't it?
No.
Was it the second thing show? No, don't think
pre-show.
Don't think pre-show. I'm not talking about the pre-show. I'm talking the official Game Awards show, not the which. I think it might have been one of the first things in.
It was in the beginning. I don't think it was like right the first thing, but it was pretty early on then. Yeah.
I didn't get that Final Fantasy was in the pre-show. That's again, I like the trailer and stuff like that. And again, we will go through it all fully in a second, but we're just touching on base of things.
Yeah.
It just seemed weird. Like the pre-show didn't need to happen.
The pre-show didn't feel like a pre-show. It felt like it was the show because they were giving awards and stuff, and they were showing reveals and everything.
And they had devs come out and talk, and it was exactly a part of it. It just was weird. I didn't get it.
I think they did that for the sake of like, oh, it's the pre-show. If you miss this, it won't be too bad, but it's technically starting now. So it's like that middle period where nothing too big will get revealed, because even Final Fantasy VII, that wasn't a reveal. That was just more gameplay, and you can watch that trailer later.
Are you not kind of like, don't show me anymore of Final Fantasy? That's kind of where I'm at. Because what you got to remember, for me, what you got to remember is,
you don't remember a lot of the stuff.
Well, no, I do, because I've just replayed it.
Okay.
I've replayed it on the Switch, remember? Well, no, I got to the exact same part I've always ever got to. I've not got any further.
Yeah.
So I beat this one before. That's it. I've never got any further than this one, and that's pretty much what this game is. So for me, I'm like, oh shit, this is dope. Like I don't want to see it anymore. I want to go in and like, oh man, I don't know. I really enjoyed it, but a part of me is like, I could have held it back a little bit.
Yeah. From now, like, for the last few times we've seen Final Fantasy VII, I'm not like committing anything to memory. I'm just like watching it, enjoying it, and then that's it. It's like out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, I don't do that very well. I do that with Resident Evil. Oh, did you see? I got destroyed in Resident Evil. My Resident Evil reaction. I said one dumb thing throughout the whole thing. So
is it the what's her face doesn't get infected?
Yeah,
and people just destroying you?
They destroyed me. I'm like, guys, I know that she got infected in the game. It was the way they did it that made it different to what I was expecting. Like, in Resident Evil 3, it's literally she gets infected, and then... I don't want to spoil it, because people are going to play Resident Evil 3 for the first time, but she gets infected and something happens. Like, I know that, but the way they did it was like more of like a mental side of thing. It was cool, so I got excited. Excuse me. People was not happy. People were not happy with me.
Fix a fake Resident Evil fans.
Yeah, tell me about it. Well, do you want to? All right, let's go through the winners first of all. I think that's the smart thing to do. You know, I sent you all those links, and I haven't even got them open myself. Sorry,
what you sent me does not. You didn't send me a winners list.
I did. I just clicked it off you. I sent you 2 links.
Oh, did you? Oh man, I'm a liar. I'm sorry, guys. I let you down.
We're going to start at the bottom. We're going to skip the esports stuff just because that's not my wheelhouse, and things like that. So, content creator of the year. We had Courage, we had Dr. Lupo, we had Ewok, we had Greft? I've never heard of him. Is that how do you pronounce it? Grefg.
Creator.
At the
Gref.
bottom.
I've
Gref,
heard him.
I've never heard of him personally. And Shroud, and obviously Shroud won that. We had Fresh Indie Game presented by Subway, which Reggie came out and spoke at. Did a great talk. It was nice seeing him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You had Disco Elysium, you had Gris, you had My Friend Pedro, you had Outer Wilds, you had Magic.
Slay the Spire.
It's straight, Slay the Spire, thank you. And Untitled Goose Game. Disco Elysium won. And one thing I did take away from this whole show was I need to play Disco Elysium. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it won
on
a
sale
few
right
things that
now.
I wasn't expecting.
It won 4 Game Awards. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, this game's actually good. Like, this is not just like a game that everyone's sort of hyped on for a moment. It's like, no, this game's actually good. So yeah, there's that. We had Best Multiplayer Game, which was Apex Legends, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Tetris 99, and The Division 2, which Apex Legends won. Any problems with that?
No. I could have seen Modern Warfare winning as well.
That's what I said. I said either it was between Tetris 99,
Okay.
Modern Warfare, and Apex Legends. Those
Yeah.
are my 3 best. When I think multiplayer experience, those are the 3. I think the thing with Apex for me was it was free to play, so more people played it from the judging.
Yeah.
And it was hyped. Like, it actually,
Yeah.
we forget that game come out this year. Like, because it seems like
Yeah.
it's been around for as long as Fortnite has. It hasn't. Like,
Yeah.
it did.
And it made big waves, both in like itself, and it made Fortnite change what it was doing. It made
Yeah.
ad pinging and reviving. It made changes in other games around it as well.
Yeah.
Even if it's not as talked about right now as it was when it launched.
Exactly. We had Best Sports/Racing Game, which was Crash Team Racing, Dirt Rally 2, Stop Smiling, Esports Football, Pro Evolution Soccer 2020, F1 2019, and FIFA 20. Crash Team Racing 1, which, in my opinion, is the biggest cop-out this year. Not that it's not a great game, but
What happened to FIFA, huh?
because most people... No, not, I don't think FIFA should have won.
What do you think it should have been then?
Well, I only played 2 of them. I only played Pro and FIFA. So it's hard for me to really say, oh, what should have won. But I hear great things about Formula 1 from Moody and that community every year. And I don't know, man. Crash Team Racing just seems like a weird one for me.
Can I be honest? Like with this, with the Game Awards this year, I was more interested. I'm like more interested to know how they come to their decisions.
Would you
Just
mean?
so I can like how the nominations work in the back end, like how the different
Kind of Funny
people
go through this all
nominate
the time.
games.
If you watch Kind of Funny Games Daily, Greg talks about it. So what they do is it's a case of Greg is the main person, I believe. Like, he goes down to like Judges Week and stuff like that, which is at E3, and then it's done by like an outlet base. So what usually happens is like everyone in the outlet comes together. It's like, this is my game of the year, that's my game of the year, and then like, they have a consensus of what they're voting for per outlet.
Got it.
So with Kind of Funny, there's 7 people that work there, right? So from my understanding is they nominate what games they want in the categories first, and then they come to an agreement on what they're going to vote for.
Got
Is that
it.
what you
Okay.
meant?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I would just like Game Awards themselves to sort of like clear it up, because it's kind of weird. Because there's some games that I don't understand why they were even in categories.
Like what?
Jump Force being in the fighting game category.
I think that's a case of how many fighting games came out this year.
Not many.
So if you only have, that's the thing about a category, same as sports. It's like, if you only release 5 games, and you got to remember, they would have, I don't know this for a fact, I'm just spitballing, that's what we do here. I would assume they have to be kind of noteworthy. Unless you're on like the best indie section, you would have had to have sold a certain amount of units. And not that I think Game Awards would have said that, more a case of people, the judges, that indie codes, I know from me, indie codes come through my email every single day. You don't get to even a quarter of them. Where if a Crash Team Racing comes across my desk, I'm going to pop it in and play it. It's same with Dirt Rally. I actually turned down a code for. And I've played the other ones. I had 2 codes for Formula 1, gave one to Moody. FIFA 20 I played, and Pro Evolution. So even for us, what I'm talking about is like, it just comes across your desk. So if you've played it, it's more likely that you're going to think about nominating it. Where, what other fighting game, Jump Force, what you got to think is how many people probably went to a preview event for that? How many people, where even if an indie fighting game came out that is better, it just wasn't played. So they can't nominate because it wasn't even played.
That's fair. Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, yeah, absolutely.
Got ya. Okay.
It does make sense.
Best strategy was Age of Wonders, Anno 1800, or 1800, I think it's how it is. Fire Emblem Three Houses, Total War Three Kingdoms, Tropica 6, and Wargroove. Fire Emblem Three Houses won. Very happy for Fire Emblem, by the way. They won the fan vote category one as well.
And
and I feel like it was a game that was going to get slept on. And I've heard, Stead don't stop talking about it, and a bunch of other people in my chat like, that's the only game I really played this year. I'm like, wow, it must be good. If
it definitely deserved. I feel like it definitely deserved a bit more love than it got at the awards. Yeah.
So congratulations to that. Best fighting game, Dead or Alive 6, Jump Force, Mortal Kombat 11, Samurai Showdown, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Super Smash Bros. 1. I personally think this is such a kick in the teeth to Mortal Kombat. Personally. Not that... I do kind of side on the fact that Smash Bros. Isn't a fighting game. Where I know it is, but it isn't. When I think like a traditional fighting game, and I look at this list, and I'm like, I know full well I listen to what you have to say about fighting games because you love them. It's like, I know Jump Force isn't good. Dead or Alive is Dead or Alive. I've been playing Dead or Alive since I was like 12. So cool. And it's like, I see what Mortal Kombat has done this year, and I know I didn't play it because I didn't want to spend the money on it, if I'm being honest with you, for a game that I'm only going to play the story mode for. And even that...
The story's not even that long.
It's not that long, and I'm not that good at the game, so I'm just going to get frustrated and put it on easy. And then it becomes not challenging at all. So it's kind of like counterintuitive. But seeing everything that was done with Mortal Kombat, I'm like, damn. It's a shame.
Yeah. Smash being on the list felt kind of weird. Not that it doesn't belong on a game of the year list. I just feel like it would have been more in place if it was talked about last year. And I understand that it wasn't in the cutoff last year. But I feel like once we get to this time period, not a lot of people are talking about Smash anymore. It's one of those.
They are, though, in the case of... I know, obviously, we don't hear because we're an Xbox podcast, but they are, though, when it comes to new announcements for those characters. People get hyped. And the fact that they're doing more means people are buying them and still playing it.
True.
I know in our mini circle, no one's talking about Smash. There's people clearly out there playing it still, though.
True.
So yeah, Smash Bros. Won that. Best RPG, you had Disco Elysium, Final Fantasy 14. Is that right? XIV, is that for one?
Yeah. 14.
Yeah, that's the online one. Kingdom Hearts 3, Monster Hunter, Iceborne, and the Outer Worlds. Disco Elysium won. So congratulations to that. Any disagreements with that? I mean, you played you played 2 of the 5 games, right? Outer
4.
Worlds.
Oh, 3.
You didn't play Iceborne.
I played Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, you played Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't realise. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. We haven't played Disco Elysium, so it's hard to say that doesn't deserve it.
I can't say it doesn't deserve it, yeah. Exactly.
Best action/adventure game, which, okay, weird. I just don't know how those two genres are together. Why can't we have best action game and best adventure game? That's
exactly where I was. Because I was like, action-adventure, I don't think Resident Evil 2 belongs there.
No.
I don't view it much of an action game. Like, adventure game, yeah.
It's a weird one because they can't have a category for survival horror game of the year. Like, they can't. There's not enough of them.
Not enough come out consistent. One year there might be enough to make a category. But
I get why they have to put it somewhere, but I don't think an action game and an adventure game are the same thing. But then again, a racing game and a sports game is not the same thing, even though sports is racing. I get it. All right?
I guess it's one of those things where you might not... I feel... where you might not have enough in the category, but I feel like for action and adventure, you'd probably be able to get enough. But I feel like they wouldn't want to force it.
I don't know, yeah.
Because you might have to get at the bottom of the barrel to fill out one of the categories.
And there might be a lot of overlap.
Yeah, that's very true.
So I do get it. Borderlands 3, Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Zelda, Link's Awakening, and Shakiro, apparently I was going to call it. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Shakiro. Sekiro won. Congratulations. I was as much as I was sad, obviously, at this Game Award so far, and we'll find out more later why I was very upset. Yeah. I was very happy for Sekiro. It's a great game.
Absolutely.
Even though I didn't finish it, but I only didn't finish it due to its difficulty, not because of its level of game. So, yeah, I was happy to see that win. Best action games. There is a best action game. I forgot about that. Apex Legends, Astral Chain, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus. Devil May Cry 5 won. Thank God. If any other game
in another category.
If any other game would have won that from this list, I would have been annoyed.
Yeah. I've heard good things about Astral Chain. Never played it. Can't speak on that. But anything else on the list?
I've played every single other game on here apart from Astral Chain.
Yeah.
And Devil May Cry is better than all of them in action.
Absolutely. I completely agree. 100%.
Best VR, and that doesn't affect us here, but you had, I'll just go Beat Saber won that. Blood and Truth was up, and No Man's Sky as well, and a few others. Best community support, you had Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Destiny 2 won. I think with everything that happened with the studio this year, and the way they've communicated, I thought that was kind of the right run as well. I think there could be definitely an argument made for Fortnite. But the problem is they make so many changes that people hate that it's like,
I think argument could be made for Final Fantasy 14 as well.
Again, it's so hard for me to talk about that game because I know nothing about it. So yeah, interesting. We'll skip that one. Best independent game was there was Baba Is You, Disco Elysium, Katana Zero, Outer Wilds, and Untitled Goose Game. Disco Elysium won that. Best ongoing game, you had Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 15, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six Siege. Fortnite won that, which again I agree with.
No real surprise there.
Feel bad a little bit for Rainbow. I feel like it's one of those games that it does great stuff, puts out new operators, it has its core audience and core people that play it every single goddamn day. I used to be part of that. But it sort of just goes under the radar now, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't think it has like the big enough reach, really.
Yeah, I'm glad it was nominated.
Yeah, it was cool to see it here and the other one for Community.
Yeah. Games for Impact, you had Concrete Jungle, Gris, Kind Words, which is actually pronounced Grease, but everyone calls it it's weird. They actually spoke to Greg about it on Games Daily one week, and I was like, okay, it's weird. Life is Strange and Sea of Solitude. Gris won that. Best performance, you had Ashley Birch, you had Courtney Hope, you had Laura Bailey, you had Mads Mikkelsen, you had Matthew Peretta, sorry, apologies, and Norman Reedus. Mads Mikkelsen won that one, so shout out to him. I've not seen it because I've not played Death Stranding, but yeah. Best audio was Call of Duty, Control, Death Stranding, Gears 5, Resident Evil 2, and Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Call of Duty won that. Again, I get it. I totally get it. It makes perfect sense. But now, as someone who knows how this ends...
Resident Evil not getting this hurts a little, huh?
Yeah.
Do you think Resident Evil deserved it over it? Or it's something you would have liked to see it win, but not necessarily deserved?
For me, yes. I remember the first time I played Resident Evil 2 Remake and walking into the police station and hearing the old Resident Evil music that had been remixed into this new music. So for me, there are a lot of nostalgia moments in that game that they've done such a great job that I picked up on. Well, think about even the state of play reaction. Like, they literally did the noise for Resident Evil 3. And I'm like, oh my god, blah, blah, blah. Like, I know Resident Evil sound. Like, so for me, it is the best audio because I enjoy it. That doesn't make it the best audio. So, yeah. I think Call of Duty, if you look at it from you're playing Call of Duty currently, from a outside perspective, the amount that's going on in that game and the level to detail with sound design, I think it's probably right, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Best score, you had Cadence of Hyrule, Death Stranding, Devil May Cry 5, Kingdom Hearts 3, and Sayonara Wild Hearts. Death Stranding won this. I've not played it, so no comment from me. Devil May
I only
Cry
have-
had a great music though.
I only have a comment because apparently the music in Death Stranding's not original. It's not an original score.
That's all licensed.
Yeah, so
I don't
that's
know if
just
it's-
kind
I
of
don't-
weird.
Let me rephrase that. I don't know if it's all licensed. There's a lot of licensed music,
Yeah, so that was just kind of like weird to me.
but it's best
but I haven't
score
played
slash
it.
music.
Yeah,
It's not best
I
score.
get it.
If it was
I
best
get
score, then you'd be fine. But yeah,
I get it.
like I can
Still
totally
hate
see GTA winning that one year, just through its radio stations, or Cyberpunk
I'd
next
buy
year
that.
with all the
Besides-
licensed
so
music.
from-
It has both.
Oh, does it have both?
Yeah.
Does Cyberpunk have both? Okay.
Yeah, well, they showed it at the Game Awards. They had original score and they had all the artists they showed.
Well, one of the artists was talking about how they're not performing as themselves. And I don't know if it was the case for just that artist or all the artists.
No, I think that was just that artist.
Got it.
I
Okay.
definitely took it as ASAP Rocky was putting some ASAP Rocky music in it, not ASAP Rocky's playing someone
Hey,
else.
man.
I could be totally wrong. Don't get me wrong. But
Maybe ASAP Rocky wants to be an actor. This is his,
this is
getting his
breakout role. Breakout role. Best art direction, you had Control, Death Stranding, Gris, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sekiro Shadow Dice Twice, and The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I actually wanted Link's Awakening to win this. I think its art is the
Really?
best of all these, yeah. Control won, and congratulations to Remedy, obviously. But yeah, I would have went with Sekiro or Link's Awakening.
So does art direction necessarily mean best art or the best direction you take art? Like
No,
the
I think
best
it's the best. It's the best direction. I don't think it's the best art. I think it's the. I understand why Control won just from a sheer. If you look at the game and like you're like, oh yeah, this is different. It did something.
It's
like,
going for something.
It's
different,
something. Yeah,
Okay.
it does have the best direction, I guess, in art. So, best narrative: A Plague's Tale, Control, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, and The Outer Worlds. And this was the moment I knew I had to play Disco Elysium.
When it won this.
When it won this, because I was like, wow, A Plague's Tale is amazing. I know
Yeah.
people slept on that game so heavily. It upsets me. I almost slept on it. If I didn't get invited to that preview event and interview the
wouldn't have
dev,
played it.
I wouldn't have touched this game with a stick.
Um,
You know what the problem with this game also was? It needs to be in Game Pass. This is the perfect game for Game Pass.
Can I be honest? When this had a few trailers at the Game Awards,
Yeah.
and every time I saw it, I was like, this game looks really, really good.
I don't think you'll like it.
You don't think so? No.
I don't think it's you. Like, it's the narrative is what drives that game, not its gameplay. Its
Got it.
gameplay is
Okay.
cool. It's fine. It's a mixture between. It's a stealth game, and that's how you know it's a great game and it has a great narrative. I played it and enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay.
If I enjoy a stealth game, then you know it's got to be good. Do you not think?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Best game direction: Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro: Shadow Dice Twice, and Outer Wilds. Sorry. Death Stranding won this. I mean, sure. Okay.
Do you think you
Sure.
can make an argument for Resident Evil 2 winning this?
I don't think I can make an argument for Resident Evil 2 winning anything. I said that.
Okay.
I said that during the stream. Like,
Got it. Okay.
I'm upset that obviously Resident Evil didn't win anything. Just spoilers. Didn't win a single game award. I don't think they're wrong for that. I said at the beginning of the year and when this game was announced that anything I say about Resident Evil 2, you have to take with a pinch of salt. And the same thing happens next year. Resident Evil 3 is coming. Like, I don't think people understand how heavily these games have impacted my entire life. That I am so a fanboy for these games that I would want them to win every single award they're in because I love them that much. And obviously Remake 2, I think, is probably the best Resident Evil game ever made. Nah.
Okay.
I think it's actually overtaken Resident Evil OG 2 for me. So, yeah, like, I could not make an argument at all. Not even in the slightest.
Okay.
But it still upsets me. Like, have you got a game that you care about like that much, that like if they remade, you would just die over sort of thing?
I don't know.
I don't think many people do. No, I think you've already proved it with Final Fantasy VII that you don't. Like,
Why do you say that?
because the way I get high, maybe I'm wrong. We're just different people. I could totally be wrong. We're just different people. But like, I physically get so excited when I see anything Resident Evil related. Like anything. Like I don't think you're that way with Resident Evil with Final Fantasy VII. Like I'm talking, I go out and see like a poster, and I'm like Resident Evil 2. Oh my god, I love that. I am so hyped all of the time for this, for Resident Evil, period. But mainly like 2. Well, I know,
I know. That, like extreme with anything.
Yeah, I don't think many people are. If I'm honest with you, I think it's definitely a unique thing. But last one on this, Game of the Year, you had Control, Death Stranding, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Resident Evil 2, and Sekiro, Shadow Die Twice, and The Outer Worlds, and Sekiro one, which I was extremely shocked about. Because I definitely thought this was between Control, Resident Evil 2, or Death Stranding.
I thought it was between Death Stranding and Smash.
Oh, okay.
If I'm being honest.
Okay.
I could 100% see like the Smash running away with this.
Got you. Yeah, I mean, I am so happy for FromSoft. Like, they got to create a game they cared about. They got to create a game that they wanted to make. And it clearly resonated with an audience. And it's a weird one because obviously the only reason I played Sekiro was because of Tony. Really, it was the bet. Like the bet happened obviously this year. Tony bet if I could beat it in a week, and I was like, of course I can, easy. And I got very close. Didn't, so I lost the bet and I did a 12-hour stream because of it. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. I'm so happy. I'm very, very happy for them.
Yeah, this is like. Yeah, Sekiro is something I could have seen like not winning anything this year.
Yeah, and it won.
Not that it didn't deserve it, but just like sort of goes under the radar. It's kind of like when Horizon came out the year Horizon came. Horizon won nothing in any category,
which is crazy.
Yeah,
that game's amazing as well. That game is so good.
Absolutely.
So yeah, overall, I thought Game Awards did a great job. I feel like its winners all made sense. Death Stranding won a couple of awards that I thought it made sense for him to win it. Again, maybe music and score could be argued, but best game direction, I can see why that won that.
Yeah,
like it didn't win.
Some of these are hard to argue against without having played the game, right?
Yeah,
like just from watching the game and seeing the game, it's like, oh, I understand why it won this.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like Mads Mikkelsen, I've heard has some amazing performances as well. Feel a little bit bad for Gears of War this year. I feel like it was one of those games again that it came, I played it, I loved it, and I feel like Game of the Year talk for us is going to be an interesting one. As two people that love Gears of War, we really didn't touch much Gears of War this year. Yeah. Really, outside that first week, and I do think that is the Game Pass approach, but we'll get into that at the end of the year, definitely. To go through everything that was announced at the Game Awards, I think that's where we'll go. Okay, apparently the link I've sent you doesn't work.
You have to take away the 3 at the end of it.
I've done it. Cheers. I was like, what the hell? So, obviously the big news, which I'm sure people are probably sick of having to have sat through everything they just did to get to this point, is the fact of, actually, let me write down a time code. Maybe we'll clip this one out. Chris, write down 3337 for me.
Okay.
Xbox have announced its new Xbox. Obviously, we knew it was coming. The Xbox Series X, Crash, is the name of the new Xbox. We got the name. We got a look of it. We saw the new controller. First impressions, what did you think?
I like the look of it.
Okay, so for those who don't know and you've been living under a rock, it looks like a Amazon Alexa, but all black, sleek, with a dish tray. That's the best way to... The circle Alexa, the big circle Alexa. Imagine it's a cube. Probably going to be
not a cube, a rectangle.
Rectangle, sorry. Yeah, you're right. A rectangle with holes in the top of it, which is where the fan sits, with a slit in it, which is for the dish tray. It just looks like a sleek Xbox that can stand up like an Alexa.
It looks like a small PC as well. It's very PC-like.
Yes, I agree. It's really hard to talk about this. I saw it, obviously. I was super shocked that they announced it here. Number one. That was number one. I was annoyed they announced it here. because they just did EXO in London. Like,
yeah.
that seems like the perfect place to show it. But I understand why it didn't, because of eyeballs. This has way more eyeballs on it than that show would have. Like, we were just talking about the timing of it and stuff like that. I like the look of it. I like the fact they've gone for something different. And I like the fact that it's sitting next to my Xbox One X Project Scorpio edition. It doesn't look drastically different than that. I like that.
Yeah.
I am a big fan of sleek design and stuff like that. This is sleek. This is cool.
Yeah.
This is small.
And it's clean.
And I do truly think, and people are going to say I'm crazy for saying this. I don't think I personally am. They are trying to get rid of PCs with this. They are. They want people... It's the hardware, and obviously we know the specs of this and stuff like that now, which I'll pull up in a second. The way it looks, and I truly think that they're going to come out and be like, every game we put out is going to have mouse and keyboard support. And I truly think they want you to stay in the Xbox ecosystem as much as possible, and to give you a tower-like thing that will sit perfectly on your desk and look like a tower that you could connect your mouse and keyboard to. I wouldn't be surprised. I know that Phil doesn't do this because he's all about games, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, "Oh yeah, you can run Word on this, and you can run Office on this," and I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying it will happen.
I would be.
I'm not saying it will happen. I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised.
I would be very surprised.
Okay. But the design is beautiful, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a really good design. I would have never thought of a console looking like this, I'm gonna be honest.
Well, yeah, because you think of it as a PC.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
but that's what these are now. They are just mini PCs. And I feel like that's kind of where Phil's gone. It's like, we need something different.
Yeah.
We need some. If the PlayStation is gonna go
horizontal, we need something that looks different.
But this can be laid down as well. They've said that. They've come out and said it's gonna be laid
But even
down.
if you lay it down, it won't necessarily look horizontal, right? It'll be horizontal, but it won't like give you the same feel.
Yeah, I think it was. I do really. I watched the GameSpot interview this morning before I fell asleep, and they were saying that Phil went to the designers and was like, "Okay, these are the specs. What do we need?" Instead of building the console and saying you have to fit the parts in this, they went to them and was like, "Here is what we've got. How do we make something that fits to that?" Which is really interesting.
Yeah, that's probably a really good way to go.
Well, yeah, because you got to think. Otherwise, you're trying to shrink down motherboards. You're trying to shrink down GPU, CPU chips, RAM, etc., etc., etc. Whereas a case of, okay, this is what we've got. This is how we'll fit it. This is where the fan will sit. This is boom, boom, boom. All right, what's the casing around it? How about we just go with this? Boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think of the name? Because obviously that's a big one.
I don't like it.
I don't like it, but I think it makes perfect sense for Xbox going forward. Nah.
Where it's like Xbox Series, whatever for the next console.
It's like an iPhone. It's like an Apple product. Yeah. It is strictly name of product, number, or whatever. We don't. When I say to you, have you got an Apple? Are you iPhone or Android? That's it. I don't ask you if it's an iPhone 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So now it's a case of, do you have an Xbox? Oh, cool. Let's play games. And that's all it's going to be. It's like everything from an an Xbox One to an S to a X to a Series X, I think makes sense. I don't like the name. I think it will grow on me. I hope they do a Scarlet edition of this, because I think it will sit perfectly next to my Scorpio edition.
Yeah, Yami was saying the same thing yesterday.
Yeah,
I don't know if they do that. I don't know. I feel like if they were to do it, they would have announced it when they revealed it.
I think they'll announce it at E3. They've already said that if they said E3 is going to be big for them. So I think that answers that, really.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's interesting.
What do you think about the controller? It's like the same thing.
It's literally the same thing with a share button on top. Looks like the D-pad's changed on it. They say that it's a tiny bit smaller than the current controller, like a tiny bit, just so it fits in people's hands better, apparently. Yeah, I mean, I did wonder how they would improve upon the controller, if I'm honest with you. But I don't think
there's anything to improve.
I do think now we're at a point with the... maybe PlayStation do something crazy, but with the Xbox controller, I do think it's kind of perfect. Like, why?
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I would have said that about the 360 controller before I got an Xbox One controller, but I'm really like, it's not broken, don't fix it. It's done.
Yeah.
And plus,
I think that's like we're at that point where it's really don't touch it.
we're at that point, and plus, Elite 2.0 is out now. It's like,
Yeah.
really, I want that. I don't even care about this new controller. I want that.
Yeah.
I do kind of want that share button, but I don't think I'll really use it. Maybe to take screenshots.
I'd say probably wait to get the Elite controller till the console comes out. They'll probably release a new version with the share button in it.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't think they will. I feel like they've already manufactured it. Now it's like, why do that? They've actively said that every controller works across all platforms as well.
So my current proposal works. So you don't need the share button.
No.
Got it.
Every controller works. I do feel like that's why I think that I'm probably wrong about like the word thing, and I think that's just a case of something in my head that I think would be kind of smart. Because as someone who uses Word online, it's like, if I can connect a mouse and keyboard to this, why can't I go into the App Store on the Xbox and launch Word online? Like, why? What is stopping me from doing that?
It's not a PC.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I understand that. But it doesn't take away from the experience, is what I'm saying.
But does it add?
Does it?
Because like you have to remember, like,
for me,
it
doesn't.
Will enough people use it that it like validates them going through the work of adding a program like that to work on the Xbox?
I don't think it's that much work. Word Online literally runs through a browser.
Well, you could probably do that then. You could probably open.
I could probably do it right now. I could probably do it right now. Yeah. But
that's different. So if you're saying you can go through a browser and everything,
what I'm saying is in the App Store there will be something called Word, and you just click it and it just shoots it in. Done. Look,
I don't again. Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I feel weird. Like, obviously, have you seen the specs of this thing?
No, I have not.
Okay, let me bring them up real quick so we can just talk about it. We've literally just scratched the surface on the Game Awards announcements. But this is obviously the big one for this podcast. We have, so it is 12 teraflops. GPU is pushing to be the most powerful console. It's going to be 4 times the CPU speed of the current Xbox One X. It is designed to be, so this is something I got from someone's Twitter, I can't remember, sorry to not credit you. It stands to be quieter than the Xbox One X. Dedicated share button on the control button, obviously. You can pause/resume multiple games seamlessly, which I don't understand that. Like, there's no way I can flick between Resident Evil 2, pause it, then open a game of Call of Duty with you, and then we finish and I flip back straight away. Like, I don't see it.
The exact spot. Yeah, that's something that like I'll believe when I see it. That's something that I could see being like a pipe dream where they got it working in a few instances, but I don't know if it'll work universally.
And they've already confirmed that it's fully backwards compatible.
Okay.
So that's not really specs, but that's just something I picked up.
Yeah.
A part of me kind of wishes they waited to E3 to announce it.
Yeah, but my thing is like if they're announcing it now at the Game Awards, that means they have a lot to show other than just the console at E3, which actually I think is more exciting for E3 for me at least.
Yeah, I get it. So at E3 we're gonna get price and release date.
Yeah.
And we're going to see more new games. Obviously, we've not even touched on the fact that Xbox, along with this announcement, announced Hellblade 2.
I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect it to be so far along already. Oh, did you see? Obviously, you watched the trailer. That was all running in engine. Yeah. I thought that was crazy because I thought that was at the start. I thought it was the actor playing.
Oh, really?
The character.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize, and then I've obviously went back and watched it again since, and I was like, oh, that's all with engine.
It's an engine. It looks really good. It kind of looks like.
I feel like it's the next step. And maybe I'm sitting here with an OLED TV, 4K, and again, not a humble brag, just to set people's expectations where I'm at. So for me, I'm waiting for that next step. I feel like the next consoles can be that next step.
Yeah.
Where I feel like PlayStation already did it better. With Death Stranding looks amazing. It has its actors. It looks like The only thing they haven't managed to get yet is eyes, I feel like. But ray tracing is meant to be huge on the next gen of consoles. And apparently that the way lighting balances and stuff through ray tracing is meant to be amazing. And just seeing that, I was a little bit blown away. I was like, wow, this looks amazing. I really need to play Hellblade. Yeah. I need to play Hellblade #1, obviously. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this next console now.
I'm excited for like Hellblade to have money behind it now, right? Because you have to remember, Hellblade 1 was a AAA indie game.
It was probably AA.
They called it a AAA indie game.
Yeah, bullshit.
It's what they called it, man.
No. I know Sony had exclusive rights on that at the start of it as well.
Yes.
And then I know it come to Game Pass, and then they bought the studio. So, yeah. It's an interesting one. It is. I like I say, the Xbox itself, I like the look of. I'm looking, to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to more the case of like the dashboard and the services.
That's a big one.
Honestly,
you could have
xCloud as well, and using that as a server itself, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like it all makes sense now with the look of the console as well.
Yeah, and also you could like have a good looking box, but if the dashboard isn't good,
which we learned with
I think a huge detractor.
I think you learned that with the Xbox One. The original Xbox One dashboard is awful. I've got the new dashboard now because I'm in the beta program. The new dashboard's amazing. It looks
better than what we currently have?
Yeah, so much sleeker, so much better, looks better, feels better. Yeah. So much better.
I mean, the Xbox dashboard's been really good in my opinion for a while now.
I still think it's kind of buried in menus. Not my one isn't anymore. I can get to my games in one click now. Where at the moment on your one you have to get there in two. It's middle button in, go over to and click, get there. Okay. Now I've got it. It looks way better now. But that's what I'm buying this thing for, honestly. I'm buying it for its dashboard. I'm buying it for its store look. I'm buying it for its friends list. That's what I'm buying it for. So they need to show me that, and I need to know, because otherwise, I'm not in a rush to buy this. I want it because I want to have the new shiny thing, but I'm also at that point where I don't have currently in my head. I don't just have £500. And this is what this is going to cost. It's going to cost £500.
Yeah.
I don't have £500 to throw away. And like that being said, I have got an Xbox One X I can trade in, so I'll probably be able to get it relatively cheaper. They'll do some sort of trade-in deal. You would have thought.
Probably.
You would have thought. Hey, these Xbox One's getting traded in. Can't wait.
Sure.
I am. Obviously, so you can have my Scorpio edition.
Okay.
And then I'll trade in her Xbox One X, and then I'll buy this, and then it should only cost me like.
What if Haley trades in her One X and buys herself a?
We already had this discussion. That's not how that works. That's not how it works. Imagine she gets a Series X before me.
Yeah,
and doesn't play it, and literally just watches YouTube on it. I'm like, we've got a smart TV, goddammit.
You have to ask her when a new game comes out. Can I just play it to see how it looks on that, just for the podcast?
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
My whole thing is, I'm waiting for the talk about exclusive games, and if we're going to be getting exclusive games on the Series X. I want there to be exclusive games on the Series X. I don't like the thought of everything being playable across all the spectrum. Not because I don't want more people to be able to play. That's not the reason. But it's because otherwise devs are going to be catering to the lowest common denominator and not making games for the most powerful and optimizing it for that.
To be fair, what they could start doing. Yeah, but what they could start doing is working them more like PC games, how you have different settings in PC games.
I think that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, where if you get it on the original Xbox One, you will get a game that's technically playing on all low, and it won't look great and all that, but you're able to play the game, right?
Yeah.
Because that's a little bit weird. I imagine at some point there will be a cutoff on like the original Xbox One.
I feel like 2 years. In 2 years' time, they stop supporting the OG Xbox and the S.
In 2 years?
Yeah, so I think 2024.
Okay, I think it's sooner than that for the original Xbox One. Yeah,
2022. In 2022, sorry. Yeah.
I think by holiday 21, they stopped supporting the original Xbox One.
You want to bet?
No. I don't feel confident in this.
Damn. Okay.
I can't bet when I don't feel confident.
Fair enough. All right, let's get through the rest of these. Next up, you had Ghost of Tsushima. No, that's a yeah, no. Okay, these are not in order. I thought they were going to be in order. They're not. So we're going to have to just go through it as it is. So I apologize for that.
Okay.
Ghost of Tsushima was announced. Again, nothing to do with this podcast. It does look great though.
Yeah.
You have to say. I do feel weird about a Western studio making a samurai game.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. We'll see how it is when it comes out. We'll see. I'm sure they got people. They either have people in the studio or they contacted people to like sort of help them with that. So
yeah,
we'll see.
And it'll be releasing in the summer 2020 window. Next up, you had The Wolf Among Us. A Wolf Among Us 2. What are you on about? Do you like this?
I'm so glad to do this. Yeah, I like Wolf Among Us.
Oh, is this the only walking? You're not really a walking sim guy.
Nope. I like Wolf Among Us though. I actually really liked Wolf Among Us.
Huh.
So I'm excited for this.
I am and I'm not. I wonder. I don't know the ins and outs of who is making this. Obviously, we know Telltale got revived by somebody. They bought the name Telltale. I don't know how many people of the original studio are still working on it. That's what worries me a little.
True. Yeah.
But nonetheless, I'm happy it's still happening. It was announced. It got re-announced. There you go. Boom. Then you had the Fast and Furious Crossroads. This was the game they ended on.
What a bad way to end it.
Yeah.
This, like, the thing is, like, it'd be different if they showed this and you have the Fast and Furious hype and then the game looks good. Game doesn't look good, in my opinion.
No, it doesn't.
It looks ugly.
Yep.
I don't think it didn't look. I don't know if we got any gameplay bits, but from the stuff that looked like they could be gameplay bits, it didn't look good either.
It doesn't look good. It whiffed at the Game Awards. It whiffed of the fact of, oh my god, we got these celebrities. Oh my god, we have to put them on last because they're celebrities. Yeah. And for me, it was a case of, that's not what this is. Kojima is a bigger deal than Vin Diesel in that room.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Like, Phil Spencer's a bigger deal than Vin Diesel in that room. Like, there's too many Reggie. Like, there's too many more important people in the gaming industry to fanboy over them.
Yeah.
And to put a less than... This game comes out and reviews at a 6 if we're lucky.
Yeah.
Like, no, dude. I played the last Fast and Furious game. Not the Forza update Fast and Furious. I'm talking the last Fast and Furious game. It got I'm pretty sure it got a 2.6 on IGN.
Ooh, okay.
It was awful.
Yeah. This ending honestly like made me look back at the whole show, and I was like, oh man, the show wasn't that good. And then I went through the announcements. I'm like, oh no, we had a good show. It's just it ended very poorly.
It was terrible.
Very poorly.
It was terrible.
But my assumption with like having the Vin Diesel stuff come out is like, oh, they kind of wanted a repeat of what happened with Keanu Reeves before, right?
That's what it sniffed off.
Yeah.
And they didn't get that because that's what happens when you try to force something.
Yeah. The Keanu Reeves thing was like felt super natural. It just like felt like it happened, whatever.
Yeah, I was right.
This one was
Fast and Furious Showdown review. It got a 2.5.
Ooh. And this thing didn't look good.
It looks exactly the same.
That's really not good. What did that come out on?
360.
Ooh. Yep. It definitely doesn't look like it belongs on this gen, to be honest.
It doesn't look good. It doesn't look interesting. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
The thing is with Vin Diesel, for me, it's a case of, I know he's a gamer. I know he's a gamer, plays D&D. He's a nerd. I get it. They are both nerds. Like, I understand. I get it. But he's also built like a brick shithouse. Like, I do not resonate with Vin Diesel. Unfortunately, even if he is a nerd, and it doesn't come across, he doesn't got that swagger about him. The way that it doesn't come across natural. It comes across like acting.
Yeah, Vin Diesel's never had a moment where I hear him talking about him playing D&D, and I'm like, oh yeah, I completely believe that, as opposed to Joe, what's his name, Manganiello. I'm butchering his name. I don't know how you say his last name.
Joe Manganiello? Who's that?
What's he from? I can't think of what he's from.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I'm sorry. Like Trevor Noah. If you listen to Trevor Noah talk about games, It's like,
Yeah, he feels
you're
like,
a gamer.
he plays
I
it.
get it. I
Yeah,
understand.
exactly.
And again, I'm not throwing shade at Vin. I'm not saying he's not a gamer, but I don't believe him.
Yeah, no. And then, what's her face mispronounced Tekken, and I'm like, I'm supposed to believe you guys here.
Yeah, but I mispronounce things every day, and I love games.
Yeah, but you're not up on a stage talking about games.
But I could be one day. And I might
you're gonna
mispronounce
mispronounce
something.
something.
What, you're going to call
And
me
then at that
not
second,
a
once I
real
hear you
gamer?
mispronounce, I'm like, damn, Fix isn't a game or what?
It isn't real.
I've been
It
lied
isn't real.
to.
Next up, you have Godfall. This is Gearbox that are publishing this new one from Counterplay Games. It is confirmed to be coming to the PlayStation 5 and PC next year. It's described as a looter slasher with up to 3-player co-op.
I can't wait for this game.
No, we didn't see it.
Did you hear the gameplay snippet? There's a gameplay snippet of it.
Okay, yeah, no, I didn't. Does it look good?
Yeah, it looks good. For me, I don't know if you'll enjoy it. I don't think you'll enjoy it. I don't think you really like looter games.
Borderlands?
You play them to play the campaign and then you stop playing them.
I mean, if I had people to play them with, it'd be different.
But
Name
if you
me
really like
one.
looter
Name
games-
me. I can't play them on my own. I agree with you there.
But you
name
would.
me one. No, that's bullshit.
If you really like,
I
it, you
love
play it on your own.
shooters, but I can't play Call of Duty on my own. I can't play Battlefield on my own. What? So I don't love them?
You don't really love shooters.
Oh my.
You don't love those games. If you really loved Call of Duty, you play Call of Duty on your own.
If you really love
You
Call
like
of Duty,
playing with friends. Hey, and can I blame you? You play games with me.
yeah, you suck. No, I mean,
Uh,
I think that's such a hard one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you're kind of right, kinda.
I'm not saying you don't like the games. I'm just saying like you're not really about the game.
Nor are you though. You don't really like. You're not really about any games. You don't finish them.
It's not true. I'm not even gonna argue that because you know that's not true. You know that's just not.
Next up, you had Riot Forge announced 2 new League of Legends games. I generally didn't care about
I
any
know,
of
you didn't
this.
care.
There
I
wasn't
cared.
a ounce of me that cared. Why'd you care, Crash?
Because I like League.
No, yeah, but
I like the world of
what
League.
did
I
you?
like the
Yeah,
world.
what did you get from this? Is what I meant. Sorry.
They announced that they're doing a turn-based game and a platformer with characters that I know.
Got you. That's it. Cool. All right, yeah, we can move on. Trust me. Next up, you had Bravely Default 2, which is announced to be coming to the Nintendo Switch as an exclusive in 2020. I never played number 1, but this looks super cute. Super cute.
It's for the kids.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
I played Bravely Default and I don't remember a thing about it.
That doesn't surprise
So,
me.
I can't.
Then we had Magic Legends. There was a lot of magic at this show. A lot of ad magic, a lot of magic here, a lot of magic there. The trailer looked dope, and then they showed some cards, and I was like, oh, yeah.
This wasn't the one with the cards.
This isn't the one with cards.
No, this is the MMO.
No, this is the MMO one. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. This is the MMO one. Beta
the
testing
trailer looked
starts.
cool as well.
The trailer did look cool. What's it
But
coming
I
to?
didn't see
though?
gameplay.
What's it
I don't know.
coming to?
And I didn't see gameplay, so
I am in the mood for a new MMO though.
are you really?
Again, yes.
To play with people. You want people to play with.
I feel like everybody wants that. Who wants to play an MMO solo?
Absolutely. But at some point you have to play an MMO solo. Because if you're really about the game, what I'm saying is if you're really about the game,
Yes.
and there's no one on to play, you will play it.
Yes, I am on the lookout for a new MMO. Do I think
Okay.
this is going to be it? No.
Okay.
But
fair.
yes, I am on the look. I'd love something with superheroes. Marvel. I knew that was coming. Marvel superheroes.
Oh, you're never getting that.
I know.
Closest you'll get is the Avengers game.
I know. And I'll probably play that a lot.
I hope it's good. Oh man, I'm still holding out hope for that
I
game.
thought we'd see that here.
You know what? I kind of thought we'd see a new character.
Yeah, I thought we'd see something else, but cool.
It,
So the
that
only reason
increased
I
the chance of
thought
it
that,
showing up.
because there was a preview event that I got invited to, which I couldn't go to because I was doing kind of funny stuff. That I was like, oh, they must have showed something there, but apparently they didn't. Apparently it was just hands-on again.
Oh.
I've already played the game. I'm glad I didn't go. Like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah, that would have been like, I got no juicy info or anything.
Nothing. Yeah. Next up, you had Weird West, which was the Wolfire studio. The former team did Darksiders and Prey. This actually looked pretty good, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, which one was this?
It's like it's the Weird West. It was like the action RPG, but it's just a different take on the Old West.
Oh, did it look like what's it called? Did it kind of look out like a Fall of Eden a little bit?
If I knew what that Fallen Eden was, maybe.
It was the game with the duck and the duck and the pig last year. It might have not been called Fall of Eden. I forget what it was called.
No, it didn't look like that. No.
Okay. There was a game that was like similar to that. That gave like same sort of vibes to me.
I didn't get that. No, and you're thinking of damn it, Mutant Year Zero is what you're thinking of.
Mutant Year Zero. There we go.
That game was dope. Yeah. Great game. Then we had Dark Alliance, which is the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance series, has a spiritual successor named Dark Alliance. So yeah, I again did nothing for me personally.
Yeah,
it looked fine.
Yeah.
9 to 5 Crash. This was that bunny rabbit weird one where the bunny rabbits were shooting. It's a it's not actually about bunny rabbits, but it was an interesting trailer. It's Red Hill's new game. It's a team-based tactical shooter, and has an alpha coming in 2020 on PC.
You know, I was interested, and they threw some shade at Rainbow.
I thought that as well.
Because they were like, "There's no really tactical games. Everything's sort of like run and gun, whatever." I'm like, Rainbow? Rainbow literally is where you go round to round and you adjust your plan based off what the enemy does.
Exactly. I'm with you.
So, you know.
Then they had the worst trailer of the whole Game Awards, which was the prelude, a new player unknown game. This was the worst trailer. It literally stopped abruptly. It didn't make sense. I didn't get it at all.
No. I don't know if it's a single player game. I don't know if it's a multiplayer game. I don't know what it is.
There was nothing shown. I generally believe this. Anyone who found that amazing is dumb. Like, I'm like, I don't get it. It shows nothing. How can you be interested no disrespect, yeah, but I don't know much about game dev. But I know that in what's it called? What's the engine? Unreal. You can get like preset assets and stuff. So if I put all these same, let me finish. Yeah. If I personally put a bunch of pre-ret assets in and then got someone to do the lighting fantastically well, that's all this would be.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they are set assets. I'm saying that there was nothing shown.
Yeah. And to be honest, also like, I don't think it's a studio that gets somebody excited by a teaser like this.
I'm looking forward to their next game. I am, personally. I love Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds was amazing.
Yeah.
You can't. The moments we had in that game were like nothing I've experienced before. Like my heart pumping, the excitement. Like, is that what this is?
That's my thing. Is like we don't know where they're going. We don't know what they're doing.
And I agree with you. Whether it's not like if Naughty Dog showed that, I'd probably be like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably Last of Us. Is it Last of Us?
That is cool.
Oh, it could be Uncharted. You know.
It could be a new IP. Oh, but
yeah.
I don't know what this is.
Stuff to talk about, but with this, there's like.
Yeah.
It's a prologue to something.
Yeah. The next game was a game that I was like, oh no, Crash, do not ask me to buy it. Sons of the Forest, a follow-up to The Forest, was announced by End Night. Well, it didn't show too much. It's a spooky trailer for the game. What?
What did you say before?
I would not buy this game because of you.
Huh. Not buying games because of people.
What you gotta say?
Nothing.
That's right, you got nothing to say.
You know what I would say. You know it. That's all that I need to know.
Ghost Recon Wildlands. What was the other stinker I had? I had that one.
I don't remember.
Tony tried to say I made him buy a Breakpoint the other day. I was like, I enjoy Breakpoint. No, you didn't. So don't try that.
Because you never told him, Tony, buy Breakpoint. You told me, Crash, buy Wildlands.
Oh, I did. I definitely did. You and Ben. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I fucked up.
It happens. I can't blame you.
You made me buy the Forest.
Didn't blame you. The Forest was like $9. Yo. I'm pretty sure it was even less than that because it was on sale.
It was like £7, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Surgeon Simulator 2 was announced.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. New World, the new game from Amazon Game Studios, is a new MMO. This one, I was like, okay, maybe.
I'm looking forward to this.
Maybe I can check this
Amazon
one out.
Studios, like, their studios are apparently pretty good.
We'll find
What
out.
I've heard.
We'll find that. Like, I'm looking forward to this one. Nothing.
No clue what it's coming out.
Nothing
on.
like that. Yeah, we don't know what systems or anything like that, but cool. Then you had Ultimate Rivals, which is that new Apple Arcade game, which I thought was cool to see Apple Arcade. It was like the sports one, which was like NHL and NBA.
I was like, oh, this game looks kind of interesting. I might get it. And then it was Apple Arcade. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get Apple Arcade.
See, Apple Arcade's actually good.
Yeah, Apple Arcade definitely has. I think it has its worth for people.
Yeah, no, but like, I agree with you. But after I bought a month of Apple Arcade, obviously, I played like What the Golf on it and a few other games. It's worth it. It's a legit subscription service for great mobile games. It really is. It's not mobile bullshit. And I now know that this game will be great. I know. Like, it's not, there's no time, like, it's not, no nickel and dime and stuff like that. That's all the stuff I hate with mobile games. It's a proper game, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Next up, Path of Warrior, which was like, I was kind of excited for, honestly, because I like these type of games. And the fact that I could play this in VR would be cool. It's like, imagine Streets of Rage, but you're in VR. It's a side scroll. It was a side scroll and beat 'em up, and they put you in the game, and it was like, okay, yeah, I'm in. I like this. Then you had Naraka Blade Point, which is NetEase's new game, set for a 2020 release. We don't know much about it apart from it's action focused.
I think it's PvP. It seemed PvP, right?
It kind of did. This is one
PvP,
with like
PvE.
The one.
It looks kind of like what's Ubisoft's game? The one with the knights and stuff.
Oh, For Honor.
For Honor. It looked kind of like that, where there is a PvE and then PvP at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it did nothing for me, honestly.
I thought it looked cool. I'll keep my eye out for this. My eye out, but it didn't like super.
Yeah, but you also liked For Honor and then never bought it.
That is true. I was so burned out on Ubisoft at that point because that was after Wildlands, right?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I
Dates
think
are
so.
not my thing. Dates are not my thing. That's why we don't go on dinner date. Moving on.
I was about to make that
Moving
joke.
on. Mortal Kombat 11 announced 2 new characters, or is it just the one? Is Harley Quinn already in it?
No. So Joker was already announced, and then Harley Quinn's a skin for a different character.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, alright, Joker is coming to Mortal Kombat 11, but they finally have a date, which is coming in January. So, congratulations to everyone that wanted that. It looked good. I'm not gonna lie, it did look good. I liked the look of it, and Joker kind of fits perfectly in with that cast of characters as well. So
Yeah.
So cool. And Marvel Ultimate Alliance, new DLC. I'm sure Tony's extremely happy. The Marvel Ultimate Alliance, the Black Order 2nd pack DLC, Rise of the Phoenix, hits December 22nd. So you haven't got to wait too long either. Obviously, it's a Switch exclusive, and you've got some X-Men characters coming. So you've got Phoenix, Cable, Gambit, Iceman. Did we miss anyone? I think that's it. So, congrats. Generally, I enjoy Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I haven't finished it yet, which sucks. But yeah, I do enjoy it. Then you had Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer. Again, I didn't need to see more of this game. Especially some of the iconic moments that are iconic in my head. Like, the flower moment. I could have experienced that on my own, personally. Like, I didn't need that in a trailer. But it looks great. It looks great. Obviously, we know that this game has an exclusive window on PlayStation. I have to buy this game on PlayStation. Like, there's
You're not gonna wait that long.
No way. Can't. No way. But yeah, so you will hear about it on this podcast at least. It's coming to Xbox, so we can at least talk about it.
Okay.
So that's the deal. All right. That's the and me part of my Xbox and me had to go damn it. And is this the last one? Oh no, I got a few more. Damn. Gears Tactics Crash.
Woo.
Gears Tactics looked amazing. What shocked me the most was the fact there was a campaign.
Why'd that shock you?
Because I've not played a like one of these type of
XCOM.
games. I've not played them, so I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was just procedurally generated levels and you just go through and
Oh
boom.
yeah, no. Yeah,
Like,
it's a campaign.
I didn't realize it's like 40-hour campaign. I'm like, okay. It looks like it's got cutscenes. We've got new characters in this world. It's Coltrane's looks like it's going to be a main character. What?
I don't know if Coltrane will be a main character, but all the characters you'll play as shouldn't be main characters. It's usually how it works in these games.
Yeah, no. It looks like Coltrane's going to be. Did you not see him
In
come
the
out?
campaign,
Did you not see him come out of the in that trailer? He comes out of one of the containers. They save him.
Was that him?
It looked like him.
I don't think that was him.
And then after they did the exclusive Coltrane skin, so I was like,
because you can customize people's armor sets and their
Yeah.
hairstyle and their colors. You can customize like everything in the game.
yeah.
So that's why to me it was like, I'm pretty sure that wasn't Coltrane, but I might have completely missed it and it was Coltrane.
Well, Coltrane wasn't a big character in 5 this year, where
Yeah.
Bird was. He was in it, but he was
Yeah.
off doing something. So does this take place at the same time?
But the campaign, like, unless they're planning on doing Gears Tactics different, all your characters can die in these type of games
No.
usually.
I don't think Coltrane's going to be part of your squadron.
Okay.
I feel
Got
like
it,
he's
got it.
going to be part of the mainline
A voice
story.
in your head. Okay.
He might be like the commander. He might be something like that. Like he might be running
I
point
could
on
see that.
missions.
I think we'll definitely see somebody.
I feel like that makes sense. Like they need somebody that people love.
Would it be Baird though?
No, that's what I'm saying. Bird was already. This is why I think it's not going to
No,
be
no.
Bird.
I mean, would it be Coltrane?
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't see Coltrane in that role.
I do because he's a
It's
senior
most
member. He's older now. Like it's a perfect. If this takes place at the exact same time as we don't know, but if it takes place at the exact same time as 5, it's like sort of like the off story of what was going on in that world and what Coltrane was up to, and then
I don't think it'll be. We saw Locust, didn't we?
we might have done.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't Swarm, so it'll probably be prior to that.
Okay.
Quite a bit.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I could totally be talking out my ass, but that's sort of where maybe I wanted
Yeah.
it.
No. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's
Again,
fair.
I'm working off 4 hours sleep, so I apologize. Ori and the Will of the Wisps was showed. I really need to play the first game, Chris.
I do too. Yeah.
We really need to do that. Coming out March 11th.
Seeing that game, I'm like, that game also like looks good.
like
I know I don't
platformers,
like
though.
platformers. That's the only thing. But I'm like, that game looks good, and it's on Game Pass. It doesn't really hurt me to at least like try it.
True.
So
Then we had Man-Eater, which is the GTA Shark-like game.
Can I be honest? I don't get why this is shown at every event.
What do you mean,
I don't
every
understand
event?
it. It's at every event. It's at E3. It's at it was at Xbox XO.
Was it at EXO?
I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm going crazy. I'm pretty sure this is like at every event they have now.
I mean, I feel like it's going to be a decent Buckarang game, and I think it's probably going to do quite well with Let's Players. So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I see it all the time. I personally I haven't played it and I don't get the appeal. So I'm just like being an old man for the sake of being
I get the
old man.
appeal. It's go around and kill people. It's literally that is the game. It's literally what you were doing GTA when you were as a kid, like, but you're a shark.
Nah, in GTA you'd go get a hooker and then run her over. Get that money back.
Sure. Apex Legends had its moment, which I didn't think was bad the way they did it.
I liked it.
I don't know. I wouldn't go as far as liked. It wasn't bad. Like Jeff talking to a character in game, and it was humorous, but it went on a bit long, for my opinion. Like
I think they should have
yeah.
kept the skit and then the gameplay at the end. I don't think they needed to add it.
Yeah. Okay. I hear that.
Either that or cut the skit shorter, because I do agree it was a little bit too much Apex for like too long of a period.
Yeah. But again, add space. That's
Yeah.
add space. So you got new Christmas skins for the characters. There's a limited time event, which is the Mahaj Holo Day Bash, and the event will end January 7th. Yeah, I mean you've got some. It looked good. I'm not gonna say it didn't, because it did. So
Yeah.
next up, No More Heroes 3, which is coming to Switch next year.
I was so confused by this.
Yeah, it did nothing for
beginning.
me. I'm not a No More Heroes fan though.
No More Heroes is cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll pick it up.
Yeah. CD Projekt Red were there, obviously, with excuse me. With Cyberpunk, they did like this weird soundtrack thing. I didn't hate it, obviously, because I like seeing more of this game. I just didn't think we needed it. I feel like it would have been cool to have heard the ASAP Rocky song and not known. That's always like my favourite parts with like GTA when I get in a car. It's like check out the radio station and like hear songs that I already know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just
But
for
I'm sure
me.
we haven't even like seen all the musical acts that are
No,
in
we
it.
haven't, obviously. But
And they have to. I feel like they have to like show some and be like, oh, here's this, and maybe get eyes on it that you wouldn't have otherwise.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Next up, yeah, Beat Saber, Green Day DLC. Green Day performed. I didn't care. Mankind was shown, which is Sega's new game. Showed off its turn-based historic strategy game. Sorry, Humankind. With a new trailer. Again, that did nothing for me either. Fortnite showed off some Star Wars stuff. You got an event happening where they're going to show off the new film trailer in the game?
Yeah. And other stuff's supposed to happen. So I'm imagining the map will change a bit and you'll get a Star Wars area or something like that.
Yeah, they've also got new skins in the game. You can play as like Finn and people like that as well. I'm going to run through these last few real quick because we're getting long. Warframe got a new DLC update, which is out for PC now. Will come to Xbox One and PS4. The Rising Tide DLC is out for that now. So they're one update behind, I believe, the console versions are. So yeah. Control got its DLC. Cool. And there was an Elder Scrolls Online new update as well. Overall, there was a lot of announcements. I do think everyone deserves their moment.
Yeah.
So I get it. It wasn't all for me. If I'm being honest with you, like Final Fantasy VII was, Gears Tactics was, obviously the new Xbox and Hellblade. I just felt it was a bit too much.
Too much stuff overall.
I felt like it was very bloated for bloated's sake. When you've got if you've got 10 hype announcements, then people sort of it can be long, but people are flowing because they're all hype. Where if you've got 3 hype announcements with a bunch of filler, which again, like I was saying, I get it, I understand. Everything's not going to be for me. I understand that. But even some of these, I was like, did this need to be a Game Awards announcement?
Yeah. I think if they end on a hype moment,
that's
like
what I was waiting
something
for.
Better to end with.
You're right.
I think it makes that like end bit okay. Because I think there is a whole bit at the end where it's like, I'm just waiting for the end. They're going to show off something really dope at the end. We'll get the Game of the Year announcement. That'll be cool. And then we'll be out of here. And then it was Fast and Furious. And I was like, oh, Jeff Keighley's back on stage. He's going to say, there's one more thing. Right?
Yeah.
We can't end on that, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't happen, sadly.
Overall, number, Crash, what would you give it?
A number? I'd give it a solid 8.
Ooh, I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, I was torn between an 8 or a 7. I think either of those like fit perfectly for it.
Yeah, I'd give it a 7. I'm glad that it happens every year. It's a great show. It's a great moment for the industry, for everyone to come together, to see what happens. I just didn't need some of the announcements here, personally. So a lot of it felt like a lot of filler. No new Smash character, which is crazy. Was hoping Xbox were gonna show a new game, which I shouldn't really say that. They did.
Yeah.
They did. Hellblade is huge,
and they showed you a console as well.
They showed me a console. Like I was hoping for like a Fable or something.
When they were showing Hellblade, the whole time I was like, it's Fable, it's Fable, it's Fable.
Oh, was you?
It was not Fable. Yeah,
No,
it was not Fable.
Didn't even look like Fable, you crazy guy.
Dude, I just they were like, oh, they've been here before. I think Fable's been at Game Awards.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. They've been in that. No, I don't think
Lionhead has. Well, it's not Lionhead anymore.
No, Lionhead.
The people who make Forza Horizon is making it, right?
Playground.
Playground.
We think. We don't know anything.
Yeah, we think. And Playground has been there, and they said it's been a developer who's been on the stage before. So
fair enough. Let's plug, and get ourselves out of here, Chris. What you got to plug this week, dude?
Nothing. I got absolutely nothing.
Jesus, big hit, swing and a miss there, Chris. Swing and a miss. What happened?
I don't want to plug anything this week.
Twitch.tv/Crashnick. No, shut up. Go follow Crash. He's back streaming sometimes. Are we gonna get a full schedule yet? Drinks coffee. You can find me everywhere at MC Fixer. Feel free to follow me. Thank you to everyone's been reaching out to me. I had a few people reach out to me on Instagram this week, so they listen to the show. I love it when that stuff happens. Anytime someone reaches out to me saying they enjoy what it is I do, I'm very thankful. Go hit me up with a follow on Twitch and Mixer, mixer.com/MCFixer. I think next year I'm probably going to give Mixer a big push, especially with it being Microsoft owned and things like that. So, yeah, we will see. Don't go anywhere, chat, but thank you all for listening. Until next time, I will love you, leave you, and see you all later. Goodbye.
Bye.